will be
doing live show
right now.
Okay.
All right, folks. We're going live here. We got a big game, 3:15. I got Chilmont on the show. I haven't had him on a little while. He's been traveling and whatnot, and he's back. I may have Byron on here in just a little bit too. Big. This is a very important game for Tennessee. I feel like if they get past this away game, they may be in great shape as far as the rest of the year. Their offense is good because, see, they're saying Jermod McCoy is shooting for Arkansas to be back. And we've already got two guys coming back that are on the defensive line, and Moy, and there's another guy that's coming back.
Is it Jackson?
Jackson Moy, yeah.
Was it Jackson?
Yeah, he'll be back in this game, I believe.
Yeah, that helps a lot.
Yeah, and then Gibson may be back for Arkansas. We'll see, although our offensive line's really been doing well. Let me see here. I see Byron right there. Hey, Byron, you're live right now. So don't.
You're looking live. That's Sports Talk, Jay.
I always have to tell people live so they don't say anything crazy.
Well, heck.
Yeah. We were just talking about what a big game this. I think this is a huge game for Tennessee. If they win this, they're in great shape to make the playoff because we're getting ready to get Jermod McCoy back, who I think is our key defensive guy.
I agree. I think this is a big game that I had circled because a lot of people the last couple of years, Heupel's really had one bad game on the road, and this could be that game. A lot of people kind of look past it, but Mississippi State is much improved. They got a lot of explosiveness now on offense, and I think we need to really try to weather that early storm.
Yeah. This is not. They can score, this team, and they're probably going to score. Our defense is not like it was last year. We've had too many injuries. We lost our two cornerbacks that were really the linchpins of our defense because that allowed us to go one-on-one on the outside, and that freed up the whole defense. Well, we've not been able to do that this year with McCoy out, and also, what's the other guy's name? Is it
Gibson?
What?
Gibson.
It is Gibson. Okay, sorry, I always forget his name, and he's a terrific cornerback.
Yeah,
just kind of robbing to McCoy's Batman.
That's exactly right. And I don't know if he's going to make it back this season or not. I've heard it's an upper body injury, and we're not sure about that. So
I've heard it's a torn pec.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, that's not good.
No,
that takes a long time to heal.
Yeah, that's what our linebacker last year. We lost our good linebacker.
Yeah.
That came from BYU. Blake Shapen obviously is a pretty solid quarterback. Now, he is not a running quarterback to really speak of. His stats, as a matter of fact, let me pull up their stats and we'll kind of take a look-see at what we're dealing with Mississippi State. You can see Blake Shapen, he's thrown for almost 900 yards, which is pretty good. He's not a bad player at all. Let me get that a little bigger. So he's played the entire time. They've got another couple of quarterbacks, but we'll only probably be seeing Blake Shapen. They do have a couple of nice running backs in Old Fluff, who's run for 271 yards, and Booth. And then Shapen, as you can see, he's not even a threat, honestly. So I don't think we'll have any trouble there as far as who to focus on, but they're probably going to be able to pass on us, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I think they're going to have Levy's a pretty good offensive coach, and just like Heupel is able to kind of scheme you up those first 20 or so scripted plays, I think they're going to come out and put us in a bind defensively. But I think if we hold on and kind of just weather that storm and plug your ears up a little bit for those cowbells, I think we'll be okay. But it can get snowballing on. You watched yesterday.
We lost Byron.
Well, I think one of the keys to the game for us, John, is to get out and establish the run and have a good running game this game. Everybody focuses on the passing game, which is hugely important, obviously. And of course, if Aggular has a good game, I think we could win comfortably. But if we can get out there and establish a run, that's going to open up the passing game, and that's when we can really score. The other thing I think that's in our favor is they haven't really, I don't think, faced an offense like ours.
No, nobody's faced an offense quite like ours, although Jeff Levy knows this offense really well.
Well, that's true.
You're back, Byron.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. It happens.
I guess someone saw me on live and tried to call me, telling me how good I looked or
Oh,
something.
that's probably a lady friend or something. Who knows?
No, what I was saying is, they're going to come out scripting some plays, and they're going to have success. I mean, I won't be shocked. But last night you watched Virginia and Florida State, and you get that momentum going. It's hard to turn around when you got some college kids. So I think we need to really keep the turnovers down and keep the explosive plays at a minimum, and we'll be okay. But this team's capable of giving us a really good test today.
Yeah, there was a stat I saw on, I think somebody on one of the shows I was watching earlier, and they said as far as defense against big plays, we're like 120th in the country. That's not good at all. And we've given up way too many big plays defensively, not just at Georgia. We gave up a couple of big ones to UAB.
Yeah. Well, they had our backups in at that point, but we gave up.
But still, you know what I'm saying, though.
Our defense is not, like I said, you lose 4 or 5 starters and you lose those 2 key cornerbacks. That's a killer. I mean, it just is. That's why getting past this team, getting Jermod McCoy back, even if he's not 100%, if he's at 90%, 95%, he's still a terrific cornerback.
He's still one of the best in the country. And the big thing was, we had to, because of the injuries, we had to start a cornerback against Georgia. And we talked about this, Jay. That would probably be 3rd or 4th string because he's a true freshman.
He's a good player, but he's a freshman. He would not be playing against Georgia typically.
No. And he got abused. And then Georgia knew that and they took advantage of it.
Yeah. Yeah, which I don't blame them a bit. That's what you do. You look for the weakness on the defense.
Oh, yeah. And
that's what Mississippi State's going to do. If
that's
they
what I'm saying.
Man on him, they're going to go after him. You can count on it. And Shapen's the type of guy that can make that happen. He's got an excellent arm. And Levy's going to run a similar style offense to what we run.
Yeah.
He's going to go fast. He's going to move the ball. He's going to have multiple players moving. It's not easy to stop that Jeff Levy offense. And he met with the student body. And I have a secret video of him meeting with them of how to win this game. So let me play that for you.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, so I think he sees cowbell as being a key to this game. So the SEC office has supposedly sent a message to Mississippi State that if this continues on, they're going to ban them. So they had better follow the rules, which is you cannot continue to hit those bells when the offense and the center gets over the ball. You're supposed to stop. I don't think for a second they're going to stop. I think they're going to play those bells as
loud
at
my
as they
eyes.
can. Exactly. It's going to be wild.
Yeah, everybody there with the cowbell is going to say, SEC might get upset with me, so I better not ring this right now. No, they're going to be clanging like crazy even more.
I've seen online Tennessee fans posting their cowbells they're taking in, but I'm sure the usher, and they're putting Tennessee stickers. I'm sure the ushers will stop them and say, "Wait, noisemakers aren't allowed here, sir."
Yeah, they'll probably confiscate them for the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
Junebug is down there, and I don't know how he's going to be able to handle that because here's what's going to be behind him the entire game. Right there. The entire game. You could just count on it. I mean, literally the entire game, somebody's going to be behind him doing this. I hope he brought earplugs.
Well, that it was only one guy. It's going to be like 60,000 people.
Yeah.
And I was with him at the Georgia game, and I thought he was listening to the Mike Keith because he had his earplugs in. And I was asking, you listen to Mike Keith? And he didn't respond. And I finally got his attention. He's like, no, I've got my noise cancellation on. That's for the Georgia game without the cowbells.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, anytime you go into any of these SEC stadiums, it's so loud anyway that you about can't handle it. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like with 50,000 or 60,000 cowbells in there going. But no, this is it. Look, they've not had a big game like this in a long time, and they got a taste of it against Arizona State. That played a huge role in beating Arizona State because Levitt, the quarterback, said, I couldn't think. He said, I could not think straight during those cowbells. He said, it affected him big time. So, I mean, can you even get the calls in? I mean, they're going to be doing this with their helmet. Hopefully he can still communicate, but he won't be able to change plays on offense, I don't think.
It's going to be very difficult. They're going to have to really rely on those hand signals, and hopefully Stallions sitting on the other side catching them for him.
Yeah. The sign stealer guy.
I think they've retired him for a while. Hopefully we'll never see his sorry rear end again. Connor.
Yeah, but well, the other thing too, and you know this, John, and you know it too, Byron. We'll be battling their officials too the whole game, because as you know, Tennessee plays somebody on the road. That team never gets a holding call. I think we hadn't played a away game in 3 years where the other team got a holding call. But we'll get 12.
Crazy stat about how Tennessee's opponents have not had a live ball penalty or something, or it's very rare if they ever, they might get like a false start or something. But
John did a video about that last year.
Yeah, it was awful. It was so one-sided. But we'll see. Look, there's no way having a crowd that big and that loud doesn't affect you emotionally as an officiating crew. It's going to affect you some. That's one thing Junebug always talks about. He's like, as a human being, you're going to be affected by it. And now many of you know Chilmont. We call him Conspiracy Brother because he totally believes that the officials are against. As a matter of fact, this is him talking about the officials right here.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Hey, it's not a conspiracy if it's true, sir.
That's
okay.
Right. Sometimes you're right, Wilmot. Sometimes
no, I'm always right about that, but because it always happens to one extent or another. Sometimes it's horrific, but that's just part of being Tennessee. We're going to go on the road and we're going to get screwed over by the refs. There's going to be eight pass interference calls on us, none on them, or at least if there is one on them, it's going to be like on a second down in the first quarter. It won't be in the fourth. I can assure you of that. And you know it too. You know it too, Byron. You just said the stats.
It's ESPN. It's ESPN.
ESPN hates our guts. We all know that. All of North America knows that. And it's just it's the stats don't lie.
I blame Gino Ariema. That's who I blame. Gino Ariema.
That may be where it started.
Because if it wasn't for him making UConn ladies basketball good, and ESPN's up in Connecticut, and they had to have an arch villain, and who was it? Tennessee. Yeah. And ever since then, for 30 years now, because of Gino Ariema, ESPN hates us. There's the genesis right there.
There's at least two guys work for them that hate our guts more than anybody. I mean, that's obvious. That who's that Goomer who was a Rutgers dude?
Well, that's probably
Fat Ford.
As far as the national writers are concerned, it's Greg Schiano.
Yeah,
if we didn't hire Greg Schiano, they're still upset about it.
Yeah, we were evil.
They're never going to let that go.
Oh no,
it is. Byron's a popular dude. As soon as
I'll tell you
on YouTube, everybody starts calling him. Now this is I hate to say it because it's Mississippi State, but and the other problem is we might end up being the team that ends the cowbell because it feels like they're about to ban them if it becomes a problem. And they may have decided, look, let's go out in a blaze of glory. And if we're going to get banned, let's earn it.
Well, this also could be a game, John, where we go out and, we play like a playoff team and maybe win comfortably, or at least certainly beat the spread comfortably. That could happen too. But, I got a feeling it's going to be a close game. But I think our offense is good enough, and I think our defense is just good enough to where we should win this game.
Byron's back.
I figured it out. I got the do not disturb on. No telemarketing calls. I've got it now.
It takes a while to get used to the streaming live.
Yeah.
I don't do a ton of live, but I just, what did I do?
Do we have any comments or questions from the audience?
Oh yeah, let's throw that in there. Let me get into the comment section here, folks. Let's see who's let's see. Well, Sam thinks it's going to be a beatdown. Let's see. Who else?
So.
Yeah.
Let's see what Hell's Bells. Where else have I got somebody in here? Ohio State. Hard to tell all week. I tell you, everybody, well, Mississippi State's 4-0, and see, ever since they beat Arizona State, people are feeling good about them, and they're also a feel-good story because they were 2-10 last year, not unlike FSU, and people like to root for the underdog. So go ahead and know that 75% of the people on TV watching are going to be rooting for the Bulldogs. You can count on that.
We got to admit it. All of us have battered Vols syndrome too. You know. It's just when's the other shoe going to fall? Like I say, if we don't turn it over and we limit those explosive plays, we'll be fine. But you get some turnovers or some penalty, some of those big plays, it'll be a ball game.
Yeah. Fortunately, if you look at Aggular, about half of his interceptions were really not his fault. Guys not running the route right, or guys, dropping the ball.
Yeah.
Well, he had 3, 2 of which were balls that hit guys. They popped up in the air.
Yeah, which is horrendous. You can't do that.
Well, and then he had the one where the guy slipped and fell, and the ball would have been right in his hands, but the defender was right behind him. So
it's not like they're not those bad decision interceptions.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You try to hit a 3-wood 300 yards over water. That's just a bad decision,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he had a good shot. It's just
was that Jamie Phillips there?
Yeah. Do you know Jamie?
Oh yeah, I know Jamie. Jamie's a great guy.
Okay, cool beans. Let's see what everybody will give them. Yeah, I think wait a minute. Tennessee will give them. We should. We're favored by 7.5. Is that it? I don't know if that's adjusted any or not.
It's been that way all week, I think. It
started at 10.5.
It's pulled down some.
10.5, and it got bet down pretty quick. Yeah.
Okay.
So they're adjusting it for the money, but that's 2 scores that they've got us probably winning by us. So we'll see. I mean, if we win by 1, get the heck out of there, get the W.
Ooh, I don't know what the over wasn't over like 70 or something. It was some high number.
I think last time I looked, it was 63 something.
Okay.
Oh wow.
It's got to be a high number.
Yeah. It's like 63.5 or something like that.
Yeah. These are 2 big time offensive teams.
Yeah.
Levy's very offensive minded. He's got the right quarterback for it. And both defenses, Tennessee does not look like last year. And again, I think that's 100% due to injury. So get through this game and get our guys back in there, as many as we can. We might be okay for the rest of the season. It's just we've had a lot of injuries for so early in the season. Last year, we didn't have that many. It was actually kind of an injury-free season for the most part.
Well, we lost our best player in January.
Yeah, that was just a freak.
That was just a freak thing, but yeah.
And we lost our quarterback in April.
Well, that's the luckiest thing that's ever happened. I just cannot believe how unbelievably fortunate that was for us, because I was sick and tired of Nico not being able to go fast and then just having to look over. Just go, man, go. Do like Hendon Hooker did. And
that's we talked about that. It's one of the best things about Aggular is that he can go fast. He can actually go fast like we used to in 22. Yeah. And that's a huge thing. I think we need to not get away from that like early in the second half. And we need to keep the pedal on the gas the whole game. I think if I had one criticism about Heupel is that at times he seems to take the foot off the gas a little early, even with a lead. And we always seem to give up late touchdowns. Now, some of that is against chumps with, second, third, fourth string in, but, we just, it's almost like he's okay. We got a lead. We need to kind of sit on it.
I think part of what he does is, I think you're right. I think he's trying to bleed the clock a little, but I think he's really trying to rest his defense because we score so fast and that defense
Well,
gets out there and
what it is.
they get worn down.
Yeah,
I saw
definitely part of it.
I saw a breakdown of the 3 plays we ran after we had that sack strip and we kicked that field goal. Those 3 run plays would have had big plays if we would have made the blocks. Kitzelman missed 2 blocks and we had another guy miss a block. They were wide open holes. So I think he schemes it good. It's just, it's execution for us. I think his plan's so good. It's just, if we execute, we'll be fine.
And I'm curious how much Aggular, once he got with Heupel and got under his system, how much of this is, I mean, he had talent, obviously, but getting with Heupel in our system, how much has he been coached up since he's been here? And I think that's a big part of it too.
I think it's huge. And you know what else I think is huge is Aggular playing in those smaller schools, having, App State playing at Clemson or such. He's used to being under fire. He's used to running for his life. So now he's got a system where he's, a good coach is going to give you answers to problems here. If this happens, do that. And he's got a little more time than he's used to. So he's probably back there going, wow, I've got 2 seconds instead of 0.3 seconds to throw the ball. So this probably feels like a world of time to me.
Yeah, it looks like he could probably sit back there and read a newspaper and have a cup of coffee, it feels like, to him. Which is great. And obviously it's paid off. You see how comfortable he looks in the pocket and dealing with pressure. It's really been amazing. When we lost Nico, like everybody else, I thought, oh, crap, here we go. Mm-hmm. We're going to be 6-5 this year or whatever, 7-5 if we're lucky. And we get Aggular, and all of a sudden we're as good as we've been offensively in 3 years.
I'm not all this sold on these 5 stars. You look at the guy.
Yeah, you did a video about that, didn't you, John?
Think about the Michigan 5-star. He has a lot of games he throws for 105 yards. But how about DJ Lagway? That guy looks like a deer in headlights. Nico doesn't look good. Arch Manning is struggling. I mean, these are all the top dogs that everybody thought. And then here comes these guys out of G5 that have been playing 3, 4, 5 years. You put them in the right system and they blow up. Yep. Look what Hendon Hooker did in 22. Look what Joey's doing in 25. And then you see the kid up at Illinois. I can't remember his name that we almost got. And then the Angeli kid at Syracuse looked fantastic. And we almost got him. And then he dadgum tore up his Achilles.
Yeah.
So
that's right. We recruited that kid, didn't we?
We were about to get him, actually. And then they decided to go with Joey instead.
Well, you look at John, I'm sure playing golf at UT, you've and playing a lot of competitive amateur events, you sit there on the range and see some guy who can fly at 330 and you're like, I mean, it just makes people salivate like, oh gosh, I wish I could do that. But then you go and beat the brakes off of him. I mean, I think that's what a lot of this recruiting is. You see this guy who's 6'5", can throw it 70 yards from one knee, and every coach can say, give me that guy and I can coach him up. And, there's no way to quantify that upstairs ability. You've seen a lot of players, I know in your career, you'd see him on the range and you go, this guy's no good. Or, what is he, a 5 handicap? And he goes out there and destroys people.
Yeah.
So I think that's when that recruiting, all these recruiting sites, and they give them all these big stars is because how they look just throwing 7-on-7, just they look like an Adonis.
Yeah. And Nico, I watched some of his highlights in high school and he looked like he was playing a junior high. A lot of his opponents, he was just out there almost in pajamas, just kind of, doing his thing. And of course he's got the big arm, and sometimes that big arm can be a problem. I'd rather have a guy that's, accurate, way over somebody that's going to throw it 5. Nico did the same thing Joe did. He just throws it too far. And nope, here's the thing. When you throw it too far, nothing good comes of that. If you throw it short, you might get an interference. The guy might catch it. You might get an interception. That's the only 3 things that can happen there. But 2 of those are really good. You overthrow it, and now it's 2nd down and 10.
I agree with you. I'd rather have Chad Pennington than Jamarcus Russell any day.
Absolutely.
You know, some guy who can make good decisions and be accurate with the football.
Yeah, not kill you.
Yeah.
I don't think you need a big arm for what Heupel's doing. A lot of his passes, you know, even the long passes are 40 yards. Every college football quarterback can throw it 40 yards. What do you need somebody that can throw it 60 for? What's the big advantage of that? Yeah, for a Hail Mary?
Throw it over a mountain like Uncle Rico or Uncle Nico.
Yeah. So anyway, I
Well,
do
especially
like
if you can't.
I mean,
That's
a quarterback that can run. That's a huge advantage. But in Heupel's offense, Joey can run enough. You know, you can tell he doesn't have a whole lot of plays that are set up for him to run because he really hadn't needed to. Whereas Hendon was a natural runner and liked it. Whereas I think Joey is a runner when he needs to be. But
Hendon could run great when he needed to.
He played 2 years JUCO. Is there a possibility that he could get another year just like Diego Pavia?
I would love that.
That would be fantastic.
Bridge it a little longer.
Possible. I don't.
I don't either.
Why would it not be? Because he played at Appy State. Obviously, those years would count. But why would the JUCO years count?
Well,
the judges hate us too, just like Osuna. You know,
I started to say the judges, NCAA hates us worse than anybody.
Yeah. Well, but Diego won, which is a precedent. So if he wins that, any judge is going to go, well, the precedent's been set. Any JUCO player gets that year back.
Well, we had that first baseman that was playing Osuna. He tried to get it, and he got denied.
Yeah.
Just because he went to Tennessee, probably.
And so did Ziegler.
Yeah. I think Pittman's gone now. Notre Dame is just pummeling Illinois.
Yeah.
It's just pitiful.
USC's come back against Illinois. Illinois was winning by 2 scores, and now USC's winning.
Yeah, Arkansas is getting the crap beat out of them.
Good God. Yeah.
Well, Bobby Petrino will be the interim with his neck brace on and his motorcycle.
That's exactly what I've been saying it the whole time. He's the coach in waiting.
Yep.
So that's the simple little just switch it over and everybody's fine. That's what a lot of the donors want anyway. They want Pittman back. That was the good times at Arkansas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks, we got 30 minutes to the game, and I think we've kind of broached all the issues. Let me go ahead and let everybody know what it's going to be like.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. That and this. The entire game. That's all it's going to be.
That kind of looks like Junebug with the cowbell.
I started saying that is so funny, and I don't know why it is, but it is.
That's the funniest thing SNL's ever done.
Yeah.
That one in that in the oh crap, I can't think of it now. Oh, I know. Guy down by the river.
Yeah.
Living in a van down by the river.
That's right. All right, folks. Appreciate you coming. I appreciate Byron and Chilmont coming on the show. And let's get ready to play this game.
Let's go play golf, Byron.
Yeah, well, let's do it. Go Big Orange.
All right.
Go Vols.